Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Eden Gardens in Ajman for yet another day of exciting cricket. This is going to be the Pro 10 powered by fan code match number 13. Z Games will be taking on Ajman Heroes. It's going to be an interesting game of cricket. We've seen these two teams locking horns against each other, and now it's both these teams who would want to win this game and put some points on the table. We're getting towards the business end of the tournament. So it is of utter importance for both these teams to win this game. So these are the matches lined up for you today. Match number 13, which is going to be at 6:45 p.m. local time. Z Game Strikers taking on Ajman Heroes. And later in the night, it will be Defender Vision Sport, who will be up against the young DCC Starlets. It will be match number 14 at 9:15 local time. Live from the Eden Gardens Stadium in Ajman. Well, let's not waste any more time. I've got Shoaib Ahmed in the middle to tell us more about how the conditions and the pitch is going to play tonight.
As the sun sets here at the Eden Garden Stadium in Ajman, it is time for me to give you my analysis of this wicket. Now, before we get to the wicket and the details of what it has in store for us, let me quickly tell you the weather is a little hot, it is a little humid as well, 35 degrees Celsius, and there's no wind whatsoever right now. And that might just indicate that there could be some dew later on in the day. Looking at this wicket, as you know, it's a typical Ajman wicket, so no grass whatsoever on this wicket. And we see that it does get some bounce, and with the new ball, you might see some movement in the air, and that could be a testing phase for the batters. Now, if you look at this wicket closely, you will see that there's no grass. Also, it's a very hard wicket, and you know that it does get some bounce and turn for the bowlers if they bowl it in the right area. So overall, it's a very typical Ajman wicket where there are runs on offer if you can apply yourself. Also, the dimensions of the ground are a big factor to consider, especially if you're batting from this end. The offside end, if it's a left-handed batter, is the shorter part of the boundary, while on the onside is the bigger part. So that will also be playing on the minds of the batter when they come out to bat. Overall, a good batting wicket. So my thoughts are win the toss, bat first, put runs on the board.
Thank you, Shoaib Ahmed. Well, he's of the opinion that win the toss, elect to bat first, and that is going to be the play of the day. That would be interesting as well. He's talking about the dimensions of the ground as well. Let's head down to Shoaib Ahmed once again. He's with the two captains for the all-important toss.
It's toss time here at the Eden Garden Stadium in Ajman. I've got the two captains here with me for the game between Z Games and Ajman Heroes. For Z Games, we've got Shahrukh. For Ajman Heroes, we've got Farazuddin. And on to my extreme left is the man in green, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, the match referee. For home side today is Z Games, so Shahrukh is going to flip the coin. Let's do that again.
Heads. That is the call.
Heads is the call.
Tail it is.
Tails it is. So Shahrukh, you've won the toss. What do you want to do and why?
I'm going to flip it twice, but I'm going to bat first.
I think you want to do it every time now. Flip it twice because you won this time.
Yeah, I just slipped out of my hand, but it was good luck. So I mean, maybe doing it in all the games now.
What do you think is a good score now?
I think, daytime it's a dry wicket, maybe going to turn a little bit. They have spinners, so I think anywhere above 110, 120, I think will be a good total to defend on this wicket.
And any changes to your side?
Yes, we have Wasi and Azhar coming in, so we're resting Faisal and Azaz.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Faraz, happy to bat first, or you wanted to bowl as well?
I wanted to bat actually as well, but they were batting, yeah? Yeah, so we wanted to bat as well. But now I think I've got a knack of losing the wickets, losing the tosses actually. So I don't know now really, but we'll try to do with whatever we have. So we'll give our best, yeah.
So 110 is what he said is a good score. What do you think about the pitch and what is a good score on this wicket?
I still have a lot of confidence in my bowlers, and I feel that we can restrict them to 100 and below 100. So we'll try to do with that, yeah.
And any changes to your side?
We've got a couple of changes. One change is that Sai Kishore is in and Muzammil is out. I'm not sure about the second change.
All the best. Give us a good game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Z Games have won the toss and they have decided to bat first.
Well, that's the news from the centre then. Z Game Strikers winning the toss and electing to bat first as predicted by Shoaib Ahmed. So they're going and They're looking at the wicket the same way as Shoaib Ahmed is. Let's have a look at the playing 11 for both the sides. Z Game strikers Mubin Ali, Mohammad Azhar, Ahan Fernandez, Furqan Khalil, Irfan Khatak, Ronak Panoli, the youngster, will open the innings. Safir Tariq, the wicketkeeper, will play an important game for him as well. Sardar Behzad, the experienced Sardar Behzad, Shahid Bhutta, Shahrukh Amin, the captain, Sayyid Haider Shah. Meanwhile, for Ajman heroes, is Saif Noor, the fast bowler, Abdul Shakur Sher, the wicketkeeper, Faisal Beg, Amjad Gul, Isam Mati Urab, Mohammad Farazuddin, who is the stand-in captain, and Rahul Chopra, Sabir Rao, Sai Sudarshan makes a way into the side as well. Uzair Anis, we know how impressive he's been, the leg spinner, and the young Zainullah. So, two very interesting sides and two very balanced sides out there in the middle. And both of them would want to win this game and get those 2 points on the table. Remember, we are coming towards the business end of the tournament. So, it's very important for teams to really win games and keep that momentum going in their favor. Meanwhile, we're just moments away to start with this innings for Z Game strikers after winning the toss and electing to bat first. The two openers out there, Ronak Panoli on your screens now, is at the non-strikers end. And taking strike for Z Game strikers, it's going to be Shahrukh Amin, the captain. Meanwhile, with the ball for Ajman heroes, it's going to be Sabir Rao. The umpire Umar Farooq calls it play and play. It is first delivery coming up. Or straight away, Shahrukh Amin comes down the track, hits it way miles up in the air. Chance for the fielder who's dropped it. That was a sitter, should have been taken. And the very first delivery, it's drama here at the Eden Gardens. That was a very good delivery from Sabir Rao. Shahrukh Amin trying to come down the track and start with that positive intent. Didn't get it from the middle of the bat. It was a thick edge. Went miles up in the air, a top edge rather. And look at that. Went into the sky and should have been caught there. Fielder making a mess of that. So very lucky there, Shahrukh Amin, to start with. First runs on the board for Z Game strikers. And now it's going to be Ronak Panoli. And expect a boundary to come in. He's not going to hold back. That's an excellent delivery from Sabir Rao. Really surprising Ronak Panoli. That wasn't full paced. Just made sure that he pulled the length back and brought in that variation in pace that he's doing so well in this tournament. And beats Ronak Panoli completely. Good start here for Sabir Rao. Almost got a wicket on the very first delivery, and then the speech of a delivery to Ronak Panoli. Ajman heroes off to a good start. Well, that's a brilliant delivery, excellent delivery, and played well by Ronak Panoli. Just down towards mid-off, and he'll be off the mark as well. Will be a single. So on the first three deliveries, only 2 runs have come for Z Game strikers, and Sabir Rao is bowling brilliantly here. Remember, he's also part of the UAE national side. So he's got a lot of experience behind him, and he comes in and bowls those brilliant deliveries back off length, controls the swing well, and especially likes to bowl against the left-handers. Another slower delivery. Oh, that's missed everybody there. The keeper, Abdul Shakur, missing it as well. Just got a hand to it, and I think that's why the pace has been cut off on that delivery and direct hit. But I think Shahrukh Amin had made it quite easily. They pick up a couple of runs, will be buys. Look at that delivery. That is an amazing delivery. Abdul Shakur just missing that, and they pick up a couple of runs. So this has been a very lucky over for Z Game strikers. Sabir Rao has been bowling brilliantly. Shahrukh Amin getting those chances on the very first delivery, and then those 2 buys. 4 deliveries, 4 runs on the board. This time he's connected, but straight to the fielder. Farazuddin does well. Will be another dot ball. So this has been an absolutely wonderful over so far from Sabir Rao. He's just conceded 2 runs off the bat and 2 runs as buys. But that was a good convincing shot coming in from Shahrukh Amin. Unfortunate, went straight to the fielder. Young Farazuddin did well. And now with the last delivery coming up off the over, just 4 runs on the board. There's going to be pressure on Shah Rukh Amin. Goes across and plays it once again into the hands of the fielder. Anis does well. Chance of a run out. There was a yes and a no. Is it a sorry? We'll just have to confirm that. Shah Rukh Amin is not happy. He's not amused with Ronak Panoli at the other end. But I think if this is close, then it will be Shah Rukh Amin who will have to walk back to the pavilion. Straight to Anis, who's done well. Picks it up. The throw is good. And excellent work done by Abdul Shakur Sher. We just have to wait for the confirmation. Straight to Anis. Did well, had a look at where he needs to throw it. And then I thought the throw was good. That dive might save Shah Rukh Amin. Yes, I think that dive has really saved him. That's a wonderful dive. Full stretched. So another scare for Shah Rukh Amin. He survived that one as well. Survived one of the first delivery and of the last delivery as well. So first over done and dusted. 4 runs on the board for Z Game Strikers. New bowler is Saif Noor. He'll be coming in and bowling to Ronak Panoli. Steps down, plays it in the gap, and that will be 4 runs for Ronak Panoli. The first of his blade. Not very convincing. I thought he could have done better, but that was good intent and positive approach towards that shot. Got it where he wanted it and played it along the carpet. That was the key there. Didn't try to overhit it. And look at that. No chance for the fielder to stop that delivery. It's a thickish outfield here at the Eden Gardens. But good start to this over and good start for Ronak Panoli. 5 runs of 3 deliveries, and that is where Saif Noor is going to come back and bowl some good deliveries. I think that's a dot ball, so very tight call. Ronak thought that was a wide, was supposed to be a wide, but I think the umpire thinks otherwise. Very tight call. Let's have a look once again. Oh yeah, just on the tram line and moving away, so very lucky there, Saif Noor. Dot ball. 8 runs on the board after 1.2. So 8 deliveries, 8 runs. They're going at exactly 6 per over. Once again, goes across the line, and Ronak was trying to hit that. Gets slashes at that, gets a thick outside edge, and that'll run away for another boundary. Not convincing, but he'll take it. They won't mind how the runs come as long as they keep coming. That was a good delivery, better delivery. No real feet movement from Ronak Panoli. Hit it from where he was. And all she goes to for another boundary. 8 runs coming off the over, so this is proving to be a good one for Z Game Strikers. Still a few deliveries to go, 3 of them. And Saif Noor persisting with that angle. Oh, quick single taken, very quick single taken. And that is good running between the wickets. Finally, they're getting that communication right amongst each other. So 1 more run added to the total. And that'll bring Shah Rukh Amin, the captain, back on strike. 4 off 1. $13 on the board, Z Game Strikers. Saif Noor hasn't had a very good over so far. He's given away 9 runs, but if he picks up a wicket here, that can change and will be considered as a good over. Oh, makes room for himself, and that's an excellent delivery from Saif Noor. Will be another dot ball. So this is brilliant comeback from Saif Noor after being hit for a couple of boundaries. That first one was convincing, and since then, I think Saif Noor has done well. Got that outside edge of Ronak Panoli, which ran away towards the boundary. That was an unlucky shot for Saif Noor, but and this looks like a very sedate start for Z Game Strikers. They haven't been very fluent with the way they have gone about things. Oh, that's a wayward delivery, way outside of stump. What a wonderful effort behind the stumps by Abdul Shakur Sher, putting in that big dive and extending his left arm and making sure that he doesn't let it cross him. Look at that. Oh, kept swinging away and wonderful effort. That was a Superman effort from the veteran Abdul Shakur Sher. So one more run added to the total. 14 on the board after 1.5. Oh, beautiful delivery once again. That is a wonderful delivery to end the over. Right in the block hole. No chance for Shah Rukh Amin to get his bat down in time. End of the over. 2 overs done. 14 for no loss. Z Game Strikers. New bowler in. Uzair Anis starts off with a good delivery. They're taking a quick single. This can be closed. Doesn't go for the hit at the stumps. Starts off well here. And there's a lot of drama. The communication between these two hasn't been 100%. We've seen a couple of yeses and nos. Meanwhile, that's up in the air. Not a very good delivery, but they've got some protection there. Remember, the power play overs are done and dusted, the first 2 of them. And now they can have 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And they're doing that mid-wicket, square leg, long on, long off. He's got a cover sweeper. Those are the 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, that's a good delivery. Very late on that one, Ronak Panoli. Very lethargic. So good delivery from Uzair Anis. He's given away just 2 runs in 3 deliveries. Comes down the track and hits it straight at Shah Rukh Amin, who isn't able to evade that. Will only be a single. That was a fiercely hit shot. Uzair Anis does well. The bowlers have done wonderfully well here. Look at that. Comes down the track and straight at Shah Rukh Amin, who is not able to miss that. So one more run added to the total. 4 deliveries in this over have gone through. Just 3 runs so far. They haven't been able to get too many boundaries, and that has been the problem for Z Game Strikers. Shah Rukh Amin comes down the track, and talk about boundaries. That's even better. That's gone all the way for a maximum. What a wonderful hit that was. Extending his arms and just playing it through the line. Beautifully done from the middle of the bat. That sounded so wonderfully well off his bat. Excellent shot. That is wonderful to watch, especially when a left-hander plays that. Looks even more elegant. 6 runs for Shah Rukh Amin. Much needed maximum coming in for Z Game Strikers. And this has turned out to be a good over. 9 runs off it. 1 more delivery to go. Can he get another boundary here to make it even better? Good comeback, better delivery, and they will cross through for a single to end the over. So 10 runs coming off it. 3 overs done, 24 for no loss. 3 overs done and dusted, 24 on the board. So Z Games Tracker is going at exactly 8 runs per over, which is quite low for a 10 over format. You'd rather want to go at least 10 or 12 runs and over, especially if you haven't lost any wickets. And Z Game Strikers have managed to do that. They have not lost too many wickets. Now it's going to be young Farazuddin to come in. He's got that knack of picking wickets and big wickets, and the Z Game Strikers haven't lost a wicket. Ajman Heroes would want to change that and pick up a wicket as soon as possible. Starts off with a good delivery, but played well by Shahrukh Amin. That's in the gap. Running away towards the boundary. Chase coming in by Saif Noor, but just not enough. And that will be 4 runs for Shahrukh Amin to start this over. Another good shot. Now he's really opening up here, Shahrukh Amin, breaking the shackles and playing the short balls on their merits. And not trying to overhit, which is why he's getting maximum results. That was a wonderfully timed shot. The timing was superb. Needed a dive, but Saif Noor, we know, is a fast bowler. And you rarely see fast bowlers putting on those big dives. Makes room for himself. Goes big. That's gone many a miles in the air, but straight into the hands of Uzair Anis. Got the elevation, not the distance. And Farazuddin picks up the first wicket. He's got a knack of picking big wickets, and he's done that. Broken this partnership. The golden arm boy for the Ajman Heroes picks up the first wicket. Was in the slot, should have been hit, but I thought Shahrukh Amin got a lot of elevation on that. Didn't get the distance. And an excellent catch coming in from Uzair Anis. All that luck for Shahrukh Amin just ran out. 13 of 11 for him, a boundary and a maximum in that innings. First wicket down, 28 on the board for Z Game Strikers. New man in for Khan Khalil. So the first wicket down, and young Farazuddin, next expected, picks up a wicket in his very first over on the second delivery itself. And what a start this has been for him in this over. Meanwhile, Z Game Strikers a little behind the game so far. But they can certainly change that. They've got 2 very able batters out there in the middle. Furqan Khalil, we know, is very strong. He likes to go big. He's got a lot of experience as well. And his partner at the other end, young Ronak Panoli. Meanwhile, this is in the air, just in the gap, and that run away towards the boundary. Lucky shot for Furqan Khalil, but he'll take it. That was a good delivery from Farazuddin. Saw him coming down the track and bowled a little quicker. Furqan Khalil was just a bit late on that shot. Got a thick outside edge. That was in the gap, and she ran away for a boundary. So not convincing for Furqan Khalil, but he'll not mind those. Z Games would want more of those boundaries to come in. Meanwhile, this is up in the air once again towards the cover sweeper. So Farazuddin is bowling according to his field, not giving anything away to the batters of Z Game Strikers. This has turned out to be a very good over, although he's gone for 9 runs, but 4 of them haven't been very convincing. That boundary for Khan Khalil got. He's been able to pick up that wicket as well. Oh, that's a good delivery. Way outside off stump, but played really well by Ronak Panoli in the gap. He saw Ronak Panoli just going across, shuffling across towards the off stump. Bowled it really wide outside off stump, but the placement and timing was superb by Ronak. 4 runs to end the over, 37 for the loss of 1 after 4. Kozera needs to continue. Well, that's been played miles in the air. Has he got the distance? Oh, yes, it has. Brilliant lock shot from Furqan Khalil. It was in the slot. Had to be hit. And what a wonderful hit that was from the experienced Furqan Khalil. Getting down on one knee. He likes to play those shots like that. Gets down on one knee. Generates a lot of power. The balance was good. Kept an eye on the ball. And look at that. Brilliantly done. Got a lot of elevation. But the distance was good as well. So 6 runs to start this over. Good start for the Z Game strikers, and Furqan Khalil is raised off to 11 of 4 deliveries. This is the kind of impetus they were needed. Overcompensating, that's a short delivery. Picked up well by Furqan Khalil once again. Another brilliant shot, getting on the back foot and generating that power to hit it over mid-wicket for a maximum. This is brilliant batting by Furqan Khalil. Hitting them well and in the gap as well. Look at that. Beautifully done. Didn't bounce as much as Furqan was expecting it to, but he kept his eyes on the ball till the very last minute. They're 49 on the board. This has turned out to be a very good start now. It was slightly slow, but since Furqan has come to the middle, he's played really well. Oh, cuts this one. It was in the air. Excellent effort by Rahul Chopra. Valiant effort. Just couldn't hold on. Would have been a superb catch. 50 on the board after that single. Let's have a look once again. He tried to cut that. Was in the air. And look at that. Oh, wonderful effort by Rahul Chopra. Now that'll bring Ronak Panoli back on strike. Oh, that's been fiercely hit in the cow corner. Farazuddin, he's superb in the field, covers a lot of ground and makes sure that he keeps it in the playing area. Certainly saving 3 runs for his team. Let's play it in the air once again. Not a lot of power behind that shot from Furqan Khalil. It wasn't in balance, and I think that's the reason why I didn't get that power. So this has turned out to be a superb over for Z Game strikers. 15 runs coming off it. And one more delivery to go. If they can get a boundary here, that will make it even more interesting. Or tries to go big, doesn't connect. Will be a dot ball. 5 overs done, 52 for the loss of 1. That's the batting card. Ronak Panoli and Furqan Khalil still out there in the middle. Unbeaten 17 and 19. Shahrukh Amin 13 of 11 for him. After 5 overs. This is looking like a good start now for Z Game strikers. 52 on the board. And just 3 extras given away by the Heroes, which is a very good sign. They've done really well. Five overs, 52 for 1, and there's going to be a change in the comms. It's going to be Shoaib Ahmed, and alongside him will be Ahmed Khwaja.
Thank you, Rashid. Oh, what a welcome. That is a clean hit. That is right from the middle of the bat. And Ronak Panoli. He's smoked it towards long on. Beautiful hit. 6 runs.
Well, that's Ronak Panoli for you. He's been in tremendous form throughout the Pro 10 and continues his clean striking. It took him the entire A10 bash to figure out how to bat on this pitch, but now he seems to be unstoppable this time. Straight on delivery. Should have cut that away behind point for 4.
A lot quicker and flatter from Issam. Slower, but he's hit it, and he's hit it straight down the ground. No chance for anyone to get close to the ball, and that's going to be another 4 runs.
Well, you did mention quicker and flatter, Shoaib. Exactly that. Forehand smash down the ground. A la Roger Federer. Beautiful shot. No chance for the long on. And he's moved on to 27 of just 15 deliveries. Now really turning it on. Ajman Heroes desperately need a win this evening. Oh, beautiful pickup towards square leg. One bounce over the rope. Ronak Panoli, he's on fire.
Well, Isam has been taken to the cleaners. Ronak Panoli, you can't bowl him on the pads. You can't bowl him outside off. He's so good, square of the wicket. And just look at that pickup shot. Down on one knee, very close to the ropes. One bounce, and 4 runs is what he'll get.
Well, he came very close to a triple figure score a couple of nights ago. Was dismissed for 85, if I'm not wrong. He's off to a flyer once again. Doesn't have quite enough time, but at least get yet another 50 to his name. Z Games, they've been tremendous throughout the Pro 10. Looking for their 4th win. Slapped away towards mid-wicket, but thankfully there was some protection there. So 16 runs off the over, 68 for 1. Sai Sudarshan coming on to bowl then. Let's see what the youngster can produce. Very familiar name. I believe there's a player, a left-hand batter for Gujarat Titans in the IPL, who's also Sai Sudarshan, but I think it might be his younger brother. Maybe.
It starts off with a full delivery, Sai. And that has been hit towards long off for a single.
Current run rate just above 11. So they haven't done too badly here, the Heroes, despite only picking up 1 wicket. Furqan Khalil dances down the track. A majestic 6 over long on. That is the shot of the evening for me.
What a clean hit that was from Furqan. I think he's just slowly gaining a lot of confidence from this tournament. He started off a bit slow, but we've seen him hit some really big 6s in this format. Let's look at that again. 2 full and just hitting it right from the middle. It's gone, it's launched, and it has disappeared.
Well, the Z Games batting has come to the party big time in this tournament. Furqan Khalil. Then we've seen Safir Tariq, Ronak Panoli. Shahrukh Amin has got a couple of player of the match performances to his name as well. And you did say disappear, and in fact it has disappeared. New balls, please. What a strike from Furqan Khalil. 26 of just 9 deliveries. Z Games looking for plenty more in the second half of this batting effort.
There'll be pressure straight away now. He's been hit for a second 6.
Yeah, he's been floating it up. Well, let's take a look at the dropped catches in this inning so far. Ajman Heroes, they've just been off the boil throughout this tournament. That should have been taken. Gone straight up. Sabir Rao, the aggrieved party there. Yeah, it's the young lad, Sai Sudarshan himself. Then Uzair Anis, the leggy, came in. Hard cut towards point. Brilliant effort. That was a great try from Uzair himself. No, pardon me. I think that was Rahul Chopra. Those are the kind of catches that either stick or they just go down, Shoaib.
Yes, that was a really good effort. Diving to his right. Always very difficult to hold on to it, but you expect that from somebody like Rahul, who's a wicket keeper as well. So you expect him to be one of the best. And that's why he's been stationed at point. So you know for a fact that they believe in his abilities. Meanwhile, this one's been hit straight down.
A better delivery from Sudarshan there. Got a bit too close there for Khan Khalil. 27 of 10. Ronak, 33 of 18. So he's on the verge of yet another half century. But so far, so good from the young offie. Not doing too badly in this over. Once again, can only pick up one. So he's found some good lengths to bowl here. Bowling it quite full.
Yes, I think a bit too full from Sai. Would not hurt. Pulling his length back a bit. That was outside his hitting range. From outside off, he's hit that towards the cow corner. Will only be a single.
And he's also bowling from the end which has the shorter leg side boundary towards the comb box. So full credit to the young lad, Zainullah. Well, he's having a bit of a torrid time in this tournament with the bat. But working hard in the field, that's the least you can do. Lofted towards long off. And it's been put down again. Well, Uzair Anis, that was a sitter. That's another life given. Decent over from the youngster being spoiled by that dropped catch. 79 for 1. Assam will continue. Oh, quicker one. Missed out there, Ronak. Should have tried to hit it on the offside rather than drag it towards mid-wicket.
Yeah, that was a quicker delivery from Assam, and just maybe because of the pace, didn't have the time to decide where to go for it. Again, outside of keeping it away from Ronak Panoli. So good 2 deliveries from Assam, 2 dot balls.
Ronak looking to hit big. Just lost his timing and his rhythm all of a sudden. 36 of 23. Well, they're running out of time, so he needs to hit out or get out here. 80 for 1. So for Khan Khalil, 28 of 11. Oh, it's sliced in the air, but it doesn't have the legs. Yes, it does. Just sailing over Uzair Anis. What a sweet strike from Furqan Khalil once again.
That is a very difficult shot to play on the back foot and still managing to get that much of distance and elevation. Look at that. He hit it hard, and that was really a half-tracker from Assam. Not the best of deliveries, and rightly punished by Furqan Khalil. So he moves on to 34 of 12.
This time over extra cover. Lasered between the long off and deep cover. Well, Furqan Khalil has now overtaken Ronak Panoli. This is a stunning cameo.
Well, it definitely is a full trailer from Furqan Khalil. 34 of just 12 deliveries. He's scoring at almost, 300?
Yeah, and this is just the off season, so looking forward to an exciting season with the way Furqan Khalil is striking the ball. He's certainly developed his long-range hitting in the last few months. 91 for 1. Well, the time has arrived. It's the mandatory floating power play now. So they're going at just below 12 runs per over. How many do you think they can manage in the next 2 overs here, Shoaib?
Well, they should get to at least 110 from here on. Maybe 115 also is definitely on the cards. 120 will be a very good score.
Indeed, Ajman heroes, they have been relying too much on Rahul Chopra and Khalid Shah in this tournament. Sabir Rao, entrusted with the power play over, only went for 2 runs in his first. Big heave towards wideish long on. Will drop in front of Farazuddin. So Ronak Panoli, 36 of 23. He does like pace on the bat and he does like batting in the power play. Let's see if he can tee off or will Sabir Rao get the better of him. Taking a look at the field, there is a deep square leg in position for Ronak here, Shoaib.
A very important over, this one from Sabir. If he can finish off well. Oh, that's a very good hit. That might just go the distance. No, just falls right in front of the boundary ropes. So that'll be a 4. But what a hit that was from Ronak Panoli. Stand and deliver.
Well, I want to see him on a fairway playing some golf. That was a firm drive down the line. Look at that sweet swing. Hint of extra bounce, but he managed it well and got it far enough. Just one bounce over the rope. Lovely full extension. Well, 40 v 40. Who's going to get to 50 first? Ronak or Furkan? Sabir Rao under pressure. Early boundary conceded. Slice just over backward point. Despairing dive by the fielder. But in the power play, those will be boundaries.
I wanted to make room for himself. He managed to get some bat onto it, Ronak, and that brings the 100 up for Z Games in just 8.3 overs. So they've still got 9 more deliveries, and they've got 2 men who are in form out there in the middle. There you go. Wanted to go over extra cover, and I think he jumped a bit too early. Beating the fielder at backward point, and it's gone all the way for 4.
So the 100 has come up. 9 legal deliveries remaining. That was something out of Spider-Man there from the point fielder. Just needed to shoot the web. Oh, look at that. Look at that whip. That's a brilliant shot from Ronak Panoli. Wow. And he gets his 50 in just 26 balls. That's the shot of the evening. Let me update my list now.
Well, that was a really good shot. Just no fuss about it. Using his forearms and whipping it across. Gets to his 50 in grand style. What a shot that is. Absolutely brilliant from Ronak Panoli. He makes it look so easy.
Dismissed from his presence with some style and some swag. Look at that. That's a beauty. Inside edge. Well, the luck is running with Ronak tonight. Just skipping past the off stump. Sabir Rao, unfortunately, carted for 16 runs in this over. In fact, 15. There you can see heavily fortified ring on the offside. And the 2 deep fielders are the deep mid wicket and the long on. He's tried to bowl straight at Ronak, but he's been just too good. Great wrist work. Sweet timing. One of the few young attack-minded openers that can hit 6s at will. Round the wicket now, Sabir. Oh, and that's a great delivery, just swinging at the final moment. So 6 deliveries remaining. Z Games 106 for 1. So it's going to be Mohammad Farazuddin bowling the final over of the innings. 2 set batters and having some right hand finger spin. Really not sure about this move. Bowled it into the pitch. Can only be a single. So Ronak on his 50. Farazuddin, they've been teammates at the age level for many, many years. Oh, this time it was the Dusra or something of that variety from Farazuddin. Beautifully bowled. And so far he's survived this over, Shoaib.
Yes, he's a smart bowler, Farazuddin, and now he's definitely working on his bowling, has improved quite a lot. And bowling the last over of an innings takes some confidence. Again, just quicker and on the off stump. Furqan trying to go big again, using his feet, but doesn't get it right from the middle. Will only be a single. So good over in progress from Farazuddin.
Very crucial, quiet deliveries here. Anything below 120 could be manageable. Heave towards that wideish long on. Can't find the gap. And Assam does well enough eventually. Well, this could be a chaseable score here. Farazuddin has bowled an excellent final over. 2 balls remaining. Oh, well done. That's excellent. Very dramatic run out there. Has he got him? He thinks so. And brings out the Ronaldo celebration.
That's a big wicket. And Furqan was always struggling. Ronak wanted to get back on strike. Right thing to do. Can't afford to have dot balls in the last over. They went for it, but it was a suicidal run. Good throw from Abdul Shakur as well. Straight into the hands of Farazuddin, who collects it cleanly and then jumps in the air to dislodge the bails. Look at that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Cat on a hot tin roof. Mohammad Farazuddin. He always does like to add that extra flavor, and that's why I enjoy watching him. So Furqan run out after a very decent innings. 42 of 18. Great strike rate of 233. 110 for 2 with 1 ball to go. So Safir Tariq just coming in as a runner. Oh! Farazuddin always cheeky, isn't he, Shoaib? Well, we would have almost seen a Munkit there. That would have been interesting. Oh, this is brilliant bowling from Faraz. They're running hard for 2 on the throw. And, oh, he's messed it up this time. Although the leg stick has gone flying out of his hand. But they will pick up 2. And in the end, I think it's a decent fight back by the heroes. 113 is his chaseable target, Shoaib, in my opinion.
Yes, they've managed to restrict the flow of runs in the last over thanks to that over from Farazuddin, which has not yielded a lot of runs for Z Games. This is a kind of a score that both teams will fancy winning this game from.
Absolutely. You can just see the body language of the heroes. They look pretty pleased. And that man in the background, Amjad Gul, part of the playing 11 today, he could have a major impact. Steady runs. Shahrukh Amin 13 of 11. Ronak Punoli getting yet another half century. And the Ajman Pro 10, 52 of 30. And Furqan Khalil with an excellent innings as well, 42 of 18. They did the majority of the batting. And they've posted a maybe slightly above par score here for Z Games. In terms of the bowling, Farazuddin was very decent, 1 for 19. Sabir Rao bowled really well as well, none for 17. Both overs were of the power play. Only 1 over given to Sai Sudarshan, looked all right. Saif Noor, surprisingly, only bowled 1 over as well and went for 10 runs. Uzair Anis the leggy, none for 25. And Assam took a bit of tap, none for 28. 2 big partnerships there for Z Games to take them to that score of 112. Let's take a look at the highlights then. It was Saiful Anur who started the proceedings, was taken for 10 runs. Did get that swing, but Ronak, the form he's in, everything is going his way. This was a beautiful lofted shot over extra by Shahrukh. This was nicely guided behind point. Beautiful shot. He was looking threatening, but one shot too many towards that long off region, and a good catch taken by Uzair Anis. Then Furqan Khalil and Ronak Panoli combined for a very long partnership of 70 odd runs. Beautiful pull there from Furqan Khalil towards that mid-wicket region, targeting the shorter boundary. And then Ronak Panoli teed off some beautiful sweep shots. Furqan Khalil, lovely footwork, lofting the ball at will down the ground. It was a great pull shot off the back foot. Not an easy shot to execute, as Shoaib mentioned, but he did really well. Then Sabir Rao came in for the floating power play, was hit for a couple of boundaries by Ronak to raise his 50. This flick shot, the highlight of the innings for me. Look at that balance and that wrist work, but Farazuddin came in. Take a look at this spectacular run out. Diving, collecting the ball cleanly. And in the end, it's a target of 113 for the Ajman Heroes in a must-win game. Can they complete this target? We'll find out in the run chase after the break. Don't go anywhere. Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to the Eden Gardens in Ajman for Ajman Pro 10 2023, powered by Fancode. Match number 13 in progress between Z Game Strikers and Ajman Heroes. And it's a target of 113 for Ajman Heroes, thanks to the fabulous innings from Ronak Panoli and Furqan Khalil. Excellent partnership there. Once again, the Z Game's top order stepping up to the mark, making consistent runs. In terms of the bowling, Farazuddin, the sole wicket taker. The second wicket was a run out done by Farazuddin himself. And joining me himself in the comm box is Mr. Mohammad Rashid. Good evening, boss.
Good evening, Ahmed. Thank you very much. So very disciplined bowling lineup here. Just 3 extras in that one. They weren't able to pick too many wickets. And I thought they started really well. Didn't give away too many runs, but in the middle, Furqan Khalil, as soon as he joined Ronak Panoli, they were unstoppable. They got some good runs, and that is why they've posted a good total, 112 runs on this wicket. Will be a mighty ask from the Ajman Heroes. Remember, they rely a lot on Rahul Chopra, so that'll be an important wicket. And they've got a very fragile middle order. So a chance for Z Games to make a mark in this game.
Oh, absolutely. And their squad has been ravaged by injuries to the likes of Sagar Kalyan, Muhammad Ajmal, Harshit Kaushik, to name a few. And of course, the captain Adnan Nawab al-Mulk out of action as well. So it's very much a makeshift squad currently. And they have not done well in the Pro 10 so far, but this is a big opportunity.
Well, yeah, another man they were missing today was Ankur Sangwan. He is a very important part of their bowling lineup, which is why we don't see too many wickets going down. So like you mentioned, it's a good chance for the Z Game Strikers to post a victory.
Shahid Bhutta with the new ball. Starts off with a pacey delivery. Abdul Shakur Sher opening alongside Farazuddin. So no Rahul Chopra opening up top. And I think it can be a successful combination.
Well, that's a brilliant move. I think Farazuddin needs some time in the middle. And he's somebody like Ronak Panoli. We saw Ronak Panoli taking his time at the start and then really opening up afterwards and getting to a half century. Well deserved. So this can be a good move, and Rahul Chopra can provide the stability in the middle order.
Oh, absolutely. Just calculate that run chase. He's so good in the second innings. Oh, sprayed down the leg side. No chance for Furqan Khalil. Completely misaimed that delivery there. What went wrong?
I think just missed it. He was trying to bowl that in-swinger. Didn't get it right, and look at that. That was... Nobody's going to stop that.
Yeah, not even the leg slip there. And he was just looking at the surface. Perhaps something went wrong when he landed. It can be difficult, even for the batter, when the new ball bowler is spraying the ball around. You never know. One is right on the money and can go through you. So Abdul Shakur Sher yet to face a legal delivery. They won't mind having 6 runs to their name. Shahid Bhutta, you expect better though. All right, pitched up right on the money. There was that good delivery. And thankfully, Shakur got his bat down in time.
Yeah, good comeback. Excellent comeback. And this is something that the Z Game Strikers need to be very careful about. Remember, in the first innings, Ajman Heroes gave away just 3 extras in the whole innings. And they've already given away 5 extra runs. So they don't have a very big total on the board. 112 runs is what is there defending. So these extras will play a very major role in how they defend this total.
Third man is up in the ring for now. They've taken a deep square leg and that deep point. That's one tactic we've seen Z Game use quite regularly. Great delivery. Oh, and could be run out here. I think he's gone. Shahid Bhutta with incredible reflexes. And Abdul Shakur Sher, he's heading to the dugout, I reckon.
Well, that's a wonderful effort by the fast bowler. Picked it up and threw it in one motion. And no chance for Abdul Shakur. I think you're right. He is struggling. But he did get that big dive in. That might just save him. But direct hits are always very close. Look at that. Beautifully done. Played it straight back to the bowler. Good pickup. Excellent throw. And yeah, I think this is very close.
He looks like a goner to me. Incredible piece of fielding. And game awareness there from Shahid Bhutta. Yes. He is well short. So that will be the first blow to the Heroes. Abdul Shakur will depart for a duck. The dreaded digit has been raised. A sensational piece of fielding produces his demise. 6 for 1. Faisal Beg coming in at number 3. So Rahul Chopra being held back for now. He is a big striker of the ball. Faisal Beg just has been out of sorts in this Ajman Pro 10. Let's see if he can get going tonight. Oh, great delivery and nicely pushed out to that deep point fielder for a single. Shahid Bhutta, now he's found his range. He's looking very dangerous.
Yeah, he's not trying to overdo things. I think on that occasion he was trying to bowl that end dipper, didn't get it right, which is the reason why it was a boundary. Let's have a look at that run out once again. Look at that pick up and throw in one motion. No chance for Abdul Shakur to make a comeback.
Well,
Excellent work from the fast bowler.
I wonder if Abdul Shakur had turned the other way and taken the ball flush on his backside. Maybe that would have saved him. But great piece of fielding. Fantastic work by Shahid. Somehow he will produce a wicket for you. Either a dismissal to his name or a run out. Oh, pacey delivery, going for that big drive. I thought he had nicked off there for a second.
Well, that movement after it left the batter certainly suggested that there was an edge, but not the case. Excellent delivery, beautifully done. That surprised Furqan Khalil behind the stumps as well.
Seeing a lot of exciting fast bowlers. The next season coming up is going to be really, really exciting for all us fans of UAE domestic cricket, the likes of Zishan and Nabil in 7 districts. Then we're seeing Shahid Bhutta here, showing his quality for Z Games. Looking forward to the winter arriving as soon as possible. Oh, he's late on that one again. A big swing and a miss from Farazuddin.
An excellent captaincy here from Shahrukh Amin, getting that slip in. He's realized that Faraz is not able to really judge where the ball is moving. Furqan Khalil, some banter there. He's always known for that. Look at that, beautiful. Get that extra bit of bounce as well.
Tall, strapping lad, that big delivery, jump in the delivery stride. And he certainly has some wheels. Exciting prospect for Z Games. And he's been almost unplayable. Even in the A10 bash, he did so well. Pulled away by Farazuddin over square leg. There is protection though. He was ready for that one. And he'll finally get off the mark. But an excellent over from Shahid Bhutta. 8 for 1. So it's going to be Irfanullah Khatak sharing the new ball with Z Games. I think they have the most potent fast bowling duo. Maybe Rohit and Shahbaz Ali can compare for defenders, but these two are right up at the top, Rashid.
Well, another 2 names you're missing out is Zishan Nasir and Nabil Arshad, 2 new names into the domestic circuit.
Very true. Down the leg side, great effort by Furqan. Got half a glove on it. Signaled as a wide, so there was no bat or glove involved there. Just straying down the leg side. Usually Irfanullah Khatak gets that wonderful outswing to the right-hander.
Yeah, and excellent work behind the stumps is by Furqan Khalil. He's been wonderful. He's been good with the bat, and behind the stumps he's a very safe fielder. It's a wayward start for Irfanullah Khatak. They need to stop those extras from coming in.
There is an in-swinger. Quick single. Mid-on was just on his heels there. Needed a better fielding effort. Otherwise, that could have been close.
And you know, because it's a T10 format, you'd come from the ring itself, and Farazuddin realized that. As soon as he hit it, he took off for that quick single, and he's very quick between the wickets. Young legs helping him. So another single. So this has been a rather sedate start for the Heroes, especially after losing that wicket of Abdul Shakur Sher.
It certainly has. And that was Safir Tariq, the backup wicketkeeper at mid-on. Could have done better there for sure. Oh, big booming in swinger there. Irfanullah Khattak usually gets that ball to nip away from the right-hander. Today he's getting it to hoop in big time.
Excellent delivery and well dug out by Faisal Beg. I was really surprised with that delivery. So this is a very good start. And like you mentioned, they've got a very potent fast bowling attack. And still have got Mubin Malik in the ranks as well, who's a brilliant exponent of the slower deliveries. So that will come in play as well.
Oh, they have a very well-rounded squad now. Especially drafting in Irfanullah and of course Syed Haider Wasi Shah boosts their batting and fielding. So they're looking like strong contenders for the Pro 10 title. Punched towards that mid-off, great fielding. The captain setting the tone in the field.
Well, that was a good delivery, excellent delivery, good cricket all around. Started off with a good delivery, excellent shot from Faisal Beg, not trying to overhit that. Played it along the carpet and then excellent bit of fielding by the captain himself. So this is what we love about the game, when you put in more than 100% into the game.
Yet to hit a boundary off the bat so far and 9 legal deliveries of the power play. This is sensational bowling here from Z Games. Punched through extra cover and that may be it. Beautiful flowing drive there from Farazuddin.
That was a very good shot from Farazuddin. He was trying to hit that shot in the previous over against the bowler as well. But on this occasion, I think the pace is what Faraz liked, and he was closer to the ball, plays it in the gap, and off she goes for a boundary. Good-looking shot. The first boundary off the bat for the Heroes, and that's come off the bat of the captain.
Indeed, Shahid Bhutta just a touch quicker. Plus that big jump and comes from a higher arm angle can make it difficult to play that punch through extra. But that was nicely executed. Oh, sliced. Very lucky. It's hit the gap at cover point. Good fielding there by the man you mentioned, Mubin Malik. Great commitment in the field. But that was a risky shot.
Yeah, very risky. I think that Faraz should consider himself very lucky there. Could have easily gone down the throat of the cover fielder. But 2 lucky runs coming in for Heroes. They won't mind how they come as long as they keep coming. So very similar kind of start here for both the teams, although Heroes have lost 1 wicket early on. The Z Game strikers held on to their wickets. And that's when they started going after the 3rd or the 4th over.
Absolutely. They're not out of the game by any means. Just squeezed away to square leg. So a decent over from Khattak. 2 overs of power play done. 18 for 1, Ajman Heroes. Well, taking a look at the points table, it's very, very tight at the top. Defenders, 4 wins out of 5, 7 districts replicating that as well, 4 wins out of 5. So Z Games, they want to win tonight and just keep abreast with the top 2. Of course, the team that finishes number 1 on the points table goes directly into the final. The teams placed 2nd and 3rd will play a playoff semi-final. So there's a decent tussle going on there in the top 3, Rashid.
Yeah, and that makes way for the Magician to come in. Mohammad Azhar, he's been superb with the ball.
Rightly called the Magician. So consistent, so effective. Hit over extra cover. Farazuddin is peppering that boundary at will. That's another beautiful shot.
Oh, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve himself. That was a wonderful shot. Not a very good delivery from Mohammad Azhar to start with. Was outside off stump, was offering that width. And a free-flowing shot coming in from Farazuddin. Just made sure that he leaned into it and placed it in the gap perfectly.
Yeah, just a hint of width offered, wasn't it? And nicely put away. They haven't taken the power play, floating power play just yet. Pushing for 2. The fielder is right on the mid-wicket fence. It should have been 2. I think Farazuddin is rightly annoyed with Faisal Beg. Didn't push hard enough.
Oh yeah, and Faraz needs to realize that he's got Faisal Beg who's not as quick as himself. So they'll need to match themselves in the middle order. It could be another run out, which is the last thing that they would have wanted.
Good striker of the ball, Faisal Beg. Trying to cut an incoming delivery. Misfield, they're running on it. Well, just took his eyes off the ball there. Went in the wrong direction.
Oh, Safir Tariq there, a wicket keeper by trade, so you don't expect him to get a good throw in. Meanwhile, quick single taken. Another one on the table. And 6 runs coming off this over so far.
Yeah, not the most swift outfielder you've ever seen, Safir Tariq. Meanwhile, Farazuddin content to deal in ones and twos. They can afford to do that for till maybe the 4th or 5th over mark here, Rashid.
Well, yeah, they need to plan the chase well. Get the right amount of runs and pick those bowlers who they're going to go after.
Once again, it's shaping up for that cut shot. Why not just go for that sweep behind fine leg? Mohammad Azhar is just following him with the ball, making it difficult.
Spot on there. He should try and play that sweep because he's got that lovely arm delivery. Once again, I was on the stumps and he's played it well through the covers. Will only be a single, so this has turned out to be a very good over. Good comeback by Mohammad Azhar.
Yeah, quiet over gone by. Came back well after conceding that early boundary. Just dealing in singles for now. Our Ajman heroes. So going at just below 9 runs per over here, Ajman heroes, but 9 wickets in hand. Mobeen Malik, right arm fast coming into bowl. Nicely bowled, good start. So they're just sitting in for now, Rashid, just building up that platform.
Oh yeah, I think this is a good move with the likes of Rahul Chopra to follow. I think they're just going at 9, 10 runs and over, which is the right thing to do. They're chasing 113 runs, so that's about 11, 12 runs and over in this 10-over format. So at the end, even if they require 15 and over in the last 3 or last 2, Rahul Chopra has the ability to chase them down.
Indeed, they also have Amjad Gul in their ranks. Assam can strike the ball too. Nicely bowled, nicely played. So content just to nudge the ball around. And of course, Ajman heroes, they only have 1 win in 5 games. So if they lose tonight, then they will really, really be struggling to finish in the top 3.
Absolutely. And if Z Game strikers are to win this game, this tournament is going to get even more exciting. So all 3 top teams will be at 8 points. The only difference would be the net run rate. So we're expecting an exciting finish to this tournament.
Most certainly. Slower delivery, very nicely bowled, called a wide, slightly harsh there. He did jump in the popping crease. Maybe that put off the umpire and called it a wide.
Yeah, I think that was a very, very tight call. It was very close to that tram line, but I think Faisal just got that initial trigger movement going towards there you go, towards the off stump, which is why I think it shouldn't have been called as a wide.
Exaggerated movement there from Faisal, you're right. 5 off 7, he has to get going here. Sliced behind point, but the cover sweeper is well placed. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, well, we completely forgot about him, a UAE international player in Z Games as well.
Yeah, so Z Game strikers, like you mentioned, they've got a very rounded side, very balanced. They've got the right amount of experience and youth in the middle. I think it's just their opening pair who hasn't been able to really get going. One of them does in every innings, but I think they need somebody who can really get going from the top itself and post that big total, set the tone for a big total to come in.
Lovely punch, but straight to point. Wasi, oh, this is going to be a run out. Fantastic fielding. And Faisal Beg, well, I think in the end, him going back to the dugout is not too bad for the Heroes.
Oh, yeah, I think that was coming. There was no communication between these two, and Faisal Beg was struggling as well. It was an excellent delivery from Mubin, straight to point, and look at that effort from Haider Wasi Shah. And then the easy throw as well. Good work done by both of these players, getting that wicket of Faisal Beg, and now there'll be a lot more pressure on the Heroes. Faisal Beg making his way back. 6 of 8 deliveries for him. Second wicket down, 30 on the board.
So the new batter in is Amjad Gul in his signature lime green helmet. Very eye-catching and a very attack-minded batter. You will certainly not die wondering. Oh, beautifully picked up and just beyond the short fine leg. That could have been a catch. And it's gone for 4. Sardar Bezad, not the most convincing effort there.
Well, that should have been a catch. That was a very good delivery, very harsh for young Mubin Malik. It was a very good delivery, surprising for Azuddin with that extra bit of bounce and that quick pace. It was in the air for a while, and I thought just over his head, but I think he was a little slow off the block. Could have done better with the field at least and stopped that boundary from going in.
Yeah, you're spot on. Reacted late. Perhaps didn't pick it early. So they have got a boundary in the over. Beautiful slower ball. He disguises it so well, Mubin Malik. That's a very tidy over indeed. 34 for 2. So it's going to be Ronak Panoli turning his arm over. He's had quite a fair few wickets in this tournament. And he probably is a candidate for player of the tournament the way he's playing. Making runs for fun. Contributing with the ball as well. Amjad Gul with a big heave. And will get off the mark immediately.
I think this is a very good move to bring in Ronak Panoli. He was good with the bat, and sometimes when you have a good day with the bat, you tend to do well with the ball as well. So good move in my opinion.
Indeed, and he's a very skillful left-arm spinner as well. Oh, excellent bowling. Just landing it in the block hold, bowling as full as possible. And gets through his over quickly as well. Down the leg side, should have been put away behind fine leg. They will scamper for a single, but a missed opportunity.
Oh yeah, Farazuddin should be livid with himself. That was a hit-me delivery, missing out on that occasion. Will be a leg by, so good start for Ronak Panoli. And he'll have to be very careful how the length he bowls, especially against Amjad Gul.
Oh, that was going to crash into middle and leg. Just got his bat down in time. Amjad Gul likes to play with that horizontal bat. He's very good off the back foot.
Yeah, and now Ronak Panoli, what he's doing is he's looping it in the air. He's not giving too much pace, but he's bowling it in the block hole. If he misses it out by a couple of inches, that will go sailing.
Well, that has gone sailing, but doesn't have the legs. Just over the square leg. Well, Mubin Malik, he should be disappointed with that fielding effort.
Oh, very poor, very sloppy there in the deep. That should have been a wicket. So the luck continues for Farazuddin. Well, not a very good delivery to start with from Ronak Panoli. Was a half tracker, was quick as well, and good pickup shot by Farazuddin. Didn't get that power behind it. And I thought Mubin Malik was way too inside that boundary rope. Should have been right on the boundary rope and would have been a catch instead. Look at that, just over his head.
I wonder if he got distracted by that pigeon. And, has that hit flush? I think it might be a maximum here, Rashid.
Yeah, clearly, I think it's bounced on the skirtings. So should be a maximum, but TV umpire will have a better picture to really tell what it is.
Well, that will annoy Ronak Panoli even more, but given as a 4, just bouncing in front of the skirting there. A decent over spoiled by a piece of sloppy fielding. And that's just going to be punched down the ground. So at the halfway stage, Ajman Heroes not too badly placed. 42 for 2.
Well, that's the batting card for the Heroes. Not a very good start for Abdul Shakur Sher. Got off to a second ball duck. Farazuddin still out there, going strong, 25 of 18. Faisal Beg was a run out, so both the dismissals were run outs. 6 of 8 for him, and Amjad Gul just recently joined Farazuddin in the middle, 2 of 2. 9 extras given away already by the Z Game strikers, and that is something that can come back and haunt them. And now it looks like it's going to be Shahid Bhutta to come in. Very interesting move coming in from Shahrukh Amin. Halfway through the innings. And Shahid is going to bowl to Farazuddin. Just gave away 8 runs in his first over. Starts off with good delivery, straight to extra cover. Faisal Altaf does well. Will be a dot ball to 1 run, beg your pardon, to start the over. And that's going to bring Amjad Gul onto the middle. He's had a sedate start, just 2 runs of 2 deliveries. Hasn't had too much strike as yet, but he would want to change that. A new man in the comm box as well, joining me for the first time today. It's going to be Shoaib Ahmed. Good evening, Shoaib. Welcome.
Good evening, Rashid. Thank you very much. I think it's getting interesting and a little difficult for Ajman Heroes to get to that total. They seem to be struggling against a decent bowling from Z Games that we have seen so far. First, they started off with some really good batting coming in from Ronak Panoli, and with him Furqan Khalil as well. And now the bowlers are backing their captain.
Yeah, our scorers enjoying the game as well. Meanwhile, good start here for Shahid Bhutta. Well, that's been cut and cut well. A fielder there, Mubin Malik, he's been having a horrid day in the field. That should have been only a single, and he's given away 3 extra runs. So this is not good from the Z Game strikers.
Yeah, first up it was a very good shot from Amjad. Was hit right from the middle and timed well. The placement was great as well. But Mubin did all the hard work, got to the ball, just couldn't get his hands onto it. If you see, he was not even ready when the ball was hit towards him, did not anticipate the ball. And when you do that, you're always asking for trouble.
Well, probably that drop catch is still running on his mind. He'll need to forget that. And good 4 runs coming off the blade of Amjad Gul, who's been in good touch in recent times. So this is going to be an interesting game for him and the Heroes. Would want to make sure that they win it. They're almost at the bottom of the table. And remember, this is a format where the top teams go into the final and the second and the third position play the semi-final. Oh, that's been hoiked and played and hammered well by Amjad Gul. Over long on this time. Not a very good delivery. Was in the slot. And a class of Amjad Gul is not going to miss out. Hits it brilliantly from the middle of the bat for a maximum.
Oh, what a clean hit from Amjad Gul. That was hit straight and over the long on fielder. Nicely timed. A 4 followed by a 6. So that 6 will hurt Mubin more than anybody else.
Yeah, 10 runs coming off 2 deliveries here. So this is turning out to be a very good over, and Amjad Gul is looking in prime touch. 12 of 5. He's raced on to those runs and is playing a similar innings to what Furqan Khalil did in the first innings for Z Game Strikers.
Nicely bowled from Shahid and a quick single taken by Amjad Gul. This is smart batting from Amjad. After hitting those 4s and 6s, he's taken that quick run and rotated the strike. And now they're having a quick word, the 2 batters out there in the middle.
Yeah, very sensible there from Amjad Gul. After hitting those 10 runs, he's opted for a single. One more delivery to go in this over. Turned out to be a brilliant one. 12 runs coming off it so far.
Oh, short ball, and that has gone over everything and everyone on that cricket field. We haven't seen that ball take off like this on this wicket. Shahid getting some extra bounce, but I think that was a wayward delivery.
Oh yeah, that was some extra bounce there. Look at that, how it took off. No chance for any fielder. Even if it was twice his size, he would still be struggling to get a hold of that. So 5 more runs, 5 extra runs given away. So this is where I thought Z Game Strikers haven't done well in the field.
Five runs added to the total, just like that. And last ball, he'll have to bowl that again. How costly is this going to be? Edged, missed, and will go for 4. So what an expensive over this has turned out to be. And that last ball, well, that has given 4 more runs for Ajman Heroes. End of the 6th over. 63 for 2. So the floating power play has been taken. 63 for 2. After 6 overs, 4 more overs to go. That's the field setting with the power play overs. A packed offside. Where does he bowl Mubin? Goes slower and has been hit straight. Oh, just beats the fielder. Shahrukh, he's got his hands onto it. And Farazuddin puts in the dive to make sure that he is in the crease in time. But that was half a chance. Should have been taken.
Yeah, superheroes here, the Ajman Heroes. But sloppy work from the men in orange. The Z Game Strikers haven't been having a very good day in the field. Last over, there was a chance created for Khan Khalil, missing out, went for a boundary. 21 runs came of that over, and that has certainly put them in the driving seat. Mubin Malik now starts off with a couple of runs. That's been played towards the onside, and that'll run away towards the boundary. Excellent shot from Amjad Gul.
Well, Amjad Gul, he's taking the fight on. That was in the slot, the slower delivery, waited for it, played it in the gap towards square leg, and one bounce, two bounces, and over the ropes it goes. So they are slowly getting back into the game. Amjad Gul, he is the man who can make all the difference. He's with his captain out there in the middle, Farazuddin. That's the field again. Another slower bouncer has been pulled over mid-wicket and will beat the fielder again, but won't go all the way. Was hit towards the bigger part of the boundary. So 2 more runs added to the total.
This is excellent batting by Amjad Gul. He's anticipating those slower deliveries and waiting for them and playing them over the fielders. So good batting at the end coming in from Amjad Gul, and good running by Farazuddin. He's really pushing him for those 2 runs. And we know how quick Amjad Gul can be. He's been having a wonderful time in the recent past, which is why that is showing in his batting as well. He's been amongst runs in a lot of other tournaments as well. Meanwhile, 71 for 2 in 6.3. So this is turning out to be a very good innings, very good partnership between them.
Slower again, fuller and over extra cover. This is not good bowling from Mubin, but this is excellent batting from the experienced Amjad Gul.
A brilliant counter-attack here. Mubin has been brilliant with those slower deliveries, but look at the way Amjad Gul is picking him up. Made room for himself, was deep in the crease, and then placed it perfectly. Not trying to over it, not trying to go for those sixes. And I think that has been the difference in the innings for Amjad Gul.
Oh, full toss, guided, played it fine. And another boundary. And it's also been called a no ball. So it's going to be a free hit. And Z Games are just losing the plot here in this power play over against Amjad Gul.
Well, they have been having a terrible day in the field. I thought they got some good runs in the first innings. The target was not really bad. But as soon as they came out to bowl, and the fielding was below par as well. Not a good delivery from Mubin Malik. And good shot from Amjad Gul, racing off to 29 of just 11 deliveries. And now he's going to get a freebie as well. Add insult to injury. I think Mubin Malik really needs to pull his socks up. He hasn't been bowling as he does previously. So this is a very important delivery in the context of the game. Once again on the pads, and this has been flicked over, fine leg. Off she goes into the boundary rows for another boundary. So this has proved out to be a very, very good over for the Heroes. The runs have just been coming in.
Just playing it fine again, just helping it on its way. Again, a poor delivery from Mubin. What an over this is turning out to be for Ajman Heroes. 21 runs already. 1 more ball to go.
Yeah, this has been a wonderful effort. Amjad Gul, as soon as he's come in, he's changed the face of the game. 33 of 12 deliveries, and that is the kind of innings the Heroes wanted. Plays it down the ground, will be a single to end that over. A very good one for the Heroes at the end. 85 for 2 after 7.
7 overs, 85 for 2. Ronak Panoli has been given the ball. How costly or how effective is that going to be? Your take, Mohammad Rashid.
Well, I think not a very good sign to bring in a spinner towards the end of the innings, but they don't have too many options to go. Shahid Bhutta is already bowled out. Mobeen Malik is bowled out. Irfanullah Khatak, the only fast bowler, has got an over to his name. And Uzair Anis and Ronak Panoli, the other two spinners. Mohammad Azhar was just given 1 over, so that was something I thought that was not well planned by Shah Rukh Amin. 28 runs required of 18 deliveries with 8 wickets in hand, and the way Amjad Gul is going, I think this is a game for the heroes to lose now. But you never know, Ronak Panoli has got that knack of picking wickets. He'll be coming in and bowling to Farazuddin, who's been kept quiet, 30 of 20 in the recent few deliveries. Beg your pardon, it's going to be Amjad Gul to take strike. He took a single on the last delivery. Starts off with a dot ball, good delivery. Comes down the track, gets some part of the bat on it. Will be a single towards long off. So just 1 run coming off the first 2 deliveries.
It's straight down the ground. Only a single again. First 3 balls, good bowling from Ronak, under pressure, but he's definitely bowling in the right areas. Now this is going to be a real test, bowling against Amjad Gul.
Yeah, these last 3 deliveries will be very, very important. Doesn't get it from the middle of the bat. The power of Amjad Gul takes it down towards the boundary rope. Will be a couple of more runs. So still a very decent over from Ronak Panoli. 2 more deliveries. Can he keep it boundaryless? And that will make it a very good over.
Yes, anything without a boundary will be an excellent over. Oh, but you can't keep Amjad Gul away. Oh, well, that's straight into the hands. For a moment, I thought he's hit that straight. But Ronak Panoli, well, he's got the important wicket and a vital breakthrough just at the right time for Z Games. Bringing them back in the game is Ronak Panoli.
Well, that's a very, very big wicket in the context of the game. Was in the slot, there to be hit. Didn't get the elevation, I thought. Wasn't from the middle of the bat either, but look at that catch from Haider Wasi Shah. Perfect. Absolutely wonderfully done. And finally, something going the Z Game strikers' way. Big, big wicket. And a very promising innings comes to an end from Amjad Gul. 37 of just 17 deliveries, 5 boundaries and a maximum in that one. 3rd wicket down, 89 on the board.
So 89 for 3 after 7.5 overs. In comes Rahul Chopra, king of run chases for Ajman Heroes. Can he do it tonight? Hit on the back foot, nicely played in the gap, realizing that the extra cover is on the boundary ropes. And another quick run taken, quick 2 runs taken by Rahul and Farazuddin. He's toiling out there in the middle, Farazuddin. End of the over, 2 more to go. 8 overs, 91 for 3. So 8 overs, 91 for 3, and the ball is being replaced. Why, Rashid? Why?
I'll have to check with the umpires, but I think it's because of the shape of the ball. They've got that measuring instrument. And that tells you that the ball was out of shape, which is why it's been replaced. Now 2 more overs to go, and it's going to be another spinner to come in. Mohammad Azhar, the magician. Can he work his magic here and defend those 21 runs? 22, beg your pardon, in the last 12 deliveries. So this is a very important over in the context of the game. They've got another over to go from Irfanullah Khatak. Now I don't know if that's a good move. Should the fast bowler have bowled this penultimate over, or will the spinner provide them with more chances to restrict them? If he gives away 10 runs and there are 12 more to go in the last over, that'll be very difficult for the Heroes. Meanwhile, this has been placed in the gap. They're going back for the second. Quick running. An excellent bit of running there by Farazuddin. He's playing a superb knock here. A captain's knock. Picks up 2 runs on the very first delivery.
.93 for 3. That was good running from Farazuddin, and he's, like we mentioned, fighting it against all odds, trying to finish the game and win the game for Ajman Heroes. 20 needed of 11. Hit towards long on, 1 bounce, couple of bounces, and he's going for the second run again. Wayward throw from the fielder at long on. Syed Haider Wasisha with the reverse cap, but not the best of throws.
Yeah, that wasn't a very convincing shot from Farazuddin, and look at the way he takes that second run. He's very quick between the wickets. Not a very good throw. Should have been a wicket here instead.
Had that throw been on the stumps, it would have been definitely another run out for Ajman Heroes. That's the field setting. Slipped off the pads. Again looking for 2. This time, no chance. Good throw. 1 bounce straight to Furqan Khalil.
Yeah, it's another single. So 5 runs coming off the first 3 deliveries. And look at how Rahul Chopra has placed his bat, just like Joe Root. So good work. Very vigilant here, Zia from our production team.
They need boundaries and sixes. All they can get are singles and doubles. 2 more added to the total. This is good bowling from Mohammad Azhar.
Yeah, 15 more required of 8 deliveries. If they can get a boundary and a couple of runs, so 6 more runs, then it'll be very interesting in the last over. Look at how they're running between the wickets. This has been excellent. They've been putting a lot of pressure, and they've realized that Z Game strikers haven't done well in the field today. So 15 of 8. Can they get 6 runs and leave those 9 runs in the last over? That'll put pressure on the bowling side. And I think it's going to be Irfanullah Khatak to bowl the last over.
Wide given. Wide given.
I think that's a good call. So even if it was left-handed, that was outside that tram line. So right call made by the umpire. Look at that. That was way outside off stump. Even as a left-handed batter. So a good move coming in. Good call there by Umar Farooq. So now it's going to be 14 of 8.
Pressure on Mohammad Azhar. Again down the leg side, and again a wide. So just gifting away runs.
Yeah, this is not very good from Mohammad Azhar. 100 up with that extra run. So just 13 required of 8 deliveries. And these are 2 very important deliveries in the context of the game. Comes down the track and places it in the gap. Are they going to go for that second run? No, just content with a single on that occasion. 12 runs required. 1 more delivery to go in this penultimate over. It's going to be the young Farazuddin to take stride. 36 of 24 for him. Definitely playing and leading from the front here. He's got a very able partner, Rahul, who's very sensible. He's known as the king of chases. And with 12 required, you would want to make them more favorites to win the game. Last delivery then. It's going to be Mohammad Azhar. Oh, that's down the leg side. And that's been given out. There wasn't an appeal from the bowler. Only Furqan Khalid appealed. And Umar Farooq thought that was out. So a dot ball at the end, that's more important. And young Farazuddin will have to make his way back.
Down the leg side, yes. Appeal. Let's look at this angle. Did it touch something on its way to Furqan? Very difficult to say from here. And you could see Mohammad Azhar also appealing for it as soon as he saw that Furqan had collected the ball cleanly. Meanwhile, Farazuddin will have to walk back. 36 of 25, 101 for 4. So the last over, as rightly predicted by Rashid, is going to be Irfan Khatak. And I think he'll be bowling it away from Rahul and would want Zain to face as many deliveries as they can.
Yeah, and he'll have to control those extras. Oh, good delivery to start with. Rahul Chopra was making room for himself, wanted to play it through the offside. He's got a gap. He's figured out there's a gap there. And I think not playing according to the merit of the delivery, which is not a good sign for the heroes.
Yes, that's a very valid point. Should be playing on the merit. One good 6. 1-6 will make it a lot easier. One boundary is all they need to release all the pressure.
Yeah, and they need to do it as early as possible in the over. They can't wait for it to go towards the end. 5 deliveries to go. On the stumps again, and not very good connection from Rahul Chopra. Will only be a single. So this is excellent bowling from Irfan Khatak. And a good move from Z Game strikers to hold his over back to bowl in the last.
That's going to be Zain now, facing his first ball. Hasn't been in the best of forms for Ajman heroes.
Yeah, he's been not amongst the runs. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Very quick. Zainullah was very late on that one. So it will be a dot ball. This is turning out to be a superb over and a lot of pressure now on the heroes.
Zain trying to hit the ball too hard on that occasion. I felt just needs to time it, just right, needs to get it from the middle. 102 now on the board. They need 11 of 4. Still possible.
Oh yeah, spot on there. He's trying to play like a slogger. He needs to play proper cricketing shots. He's clearing his front leg and just trying to heave the ball. Just try to time it and place it in the gap. With the pace with which Irfan is bowling, he can certainly get some boundaries. Well, this is played over the bowler's head. Doesn't have enough to go all the way, but will be a couple of runs. So that deficit has gone down to 9 of 2 deliveries. So a boundary is required on this delivery. If they don't get a boundary, that will be it for the Heroes.
Yes, a 4 or a 6 needed. This has been good bowling from Irfan in that last over under pressure. He's kept it really tight and has not been wavered. And as you mentioned, the extras have to be controlled, and that is what he's done in this over as well.
Yeah, and he needs to continue doing that. Just keep it simple. Don't try to overdo. Oh, swing and a miss. And that will be a dot ball. And I think that will be it for the Heroes. The writing is on the wall. Young Zainullah, that poor form continues for him. Not able to strike the ball. And like Shoaib mentioned, look at that stance itself, showing that he's going to go for a slog, not connecting. And the emotions at the other end from Rahul Chopra says it all.
Yes, you would have expected team batting to win this game, but this has been a good bowling performance from Irfan, and Zain just not able to connect bat to ball. Again, a wild shot. Nothing much you can get from that shot, and that is going to be the winning moment. It is going to be Z Games who've handled the pressure better and have managed to pull off this victory against Heroes. At one time, it was looking like Heroes will take the game away, especially when they had Amjad Gul and Farazuddin out there in the middle. But as soon as their wickets fell, it was always going to be pressure on the new batters. Couldn't finish the game off for their side, and Z Games finding that opening and just making sure that they don't give away any runs easily. So a good win, a thumping win from Z Games, and a win that will give them a lot of confidence going into the next games.
Absolutely. A lot of credit should be given to Ronak Panoli. He bowled the 7th over, which is where he picked up that wicket of Amjad Gul. Didn't give away too many runs, and I think that is where the momentum shifted in favour of Z Game strikers.
That's the batting card. Farazuddin scoring 36 and Amjad Gul 37. Those were the two contributors for Ajman Heroes in the run chase, but the others just couldn't fire. Rahul Chopra and Zainullah just were not able to score those important runs in the end, and they fell short by 7 runs. 8, in fact. So,
yeah, and look at those extras. That is something that Z Game strikers really need to work on in the upcoming games if they are to proceed further in this tournament. 5 bowlers used, and I thought the pick of the bowlers was Irfan Khattak, unable to pick any wickets but gave away just 13 runs. And 13 runs is what Ronak Panoli gave away as well, and picked up that important wicket alongside Mohammad Azhar. So a brilliant performance coming in from Z Game strikers, and particularly from the young Ronak Panoli, who was good with the bat and picked up a wicket as well. So definitely a contender for that Player of the Match award.
well, that's the highlight. The first wicket, the run out, a good fielding of his own bowling. Irfan Khattak was looking good. Farazuddin was the man who actually held the innings together for Ajman Heroes and hit some important boundaries in the power play overs. Another run out, and then it was Amjad Gul who came out in his regular style, hit some beautiful shots towards the cow corner and the mid-wicket region, and kept the hopes of Ajman Heroes alive with those boundaries. That one over changed the momentum for Ajman Heroes from Mubin, but it was the wicket of Amjad Gul that brought Z Games back in the game. That big wicket of Amjad Gul. This was the wicket of Farazuddin, which was given out, and since then it was all but over for Ajman Heroes. Z Games batting first, got to 112 in their 10 overs. Ronak Panoli getting 54 of 31. Furqan Khalil also played a very important knock of 42 of just 18 deliveries. Farazuddin getting a wicket was the only successful bowler. In reply, Ajman Heroes could get to 104. Amjad Gul scoring 37. Farazuddin getting 36. And Ronak Panoli was the pick of the bowlers, getting just that one wicket, but conceding only 13 runs in his 2 overs. Mohammad Azhar also got a wicket to his name and gave away just 18 runs in his 2 overs. So let's head down towards the sidelines where we've got Ahmed Khwaja with the player of the match. For the post-match presentation, we have Ahmed Khwaja, who's waiting there with the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, and he's also got somebody who's done really well with the bat and with the ball as well. So time for the post-match presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the post-match presentation for match number 13 of the Ajman Pro 10 2023 powered by FanCode. It was the encounter between Ajman Heroes and Z Game Strikers. It was Z Game Strikers who won the toss, elected to bat first, and they posted a middling score of 112 in their allotted 10 overs. And in the second innings, their bowling held their nerve. Their fielding stood up to scratch to reduce Ajman Heroes to just 104. In the end, Z Games winning by just 8 runs. It's time to give the player of the match medallion that will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And that goes to the man of the moment, Ronak Panoli, for his 54 of just 31 balls, 2 maximums, and of course his 2 overs. 1 for 13 on the day, producing a very important wicket as well. Ronak, you struggled in the A10 bash at this venue, but come a new day, come a new tournament, now the bat is really working, the runs are flowing. What has been the change that has brought you success?
I think in the previous tournament, I was trying to hit the ball too hard, moving away from my basics and my strengths. So I thought, I'm just going to come back to that, try to play nice and straight, try to time the ball and, just stick to my strengths, spend some time with the wicket. And, I'm doing that and it's paying off pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with that.
And of course, you have also boosted your squad with some important players in the batting and the bowling. Has that just relieved a bit of the burden on you opening the innings?
Yeah, I mean, it has. Even with the ball, we've got quite a few options and our bat's pretty deep. So, we can go out there, play freely, the format demands. And, it's working out pretty well for us in this tournament.
And of course, it was an important game to win. 4 wins out of 5. You're still locked with the top 2 in the points table. So looking to go all the way in the Pro 10, of course?
Our goal is to, end up in the final directly with the top position of the group. And, hopefully if we get another couple of wins under our belt, then, I think that's an easy task.
Fabulous knock today. Fabulous bowling as well. And best of luck for the remainder of the tournament.
Thank you, Ahmed Bhai.
Well, that was a lovely Ronak Panoli with yet another match-winning display here for Z Game Strikers. That's not all from the Pro 10 for tonight. Join us at about 9:10 p.m. local time, where we have DCC Starlets taking on Defenders. So stay tuned for that.